Hey, what's up, guys? Brian Horton with BK Trading Academy. We are going to be analyzing Bitcoin. I know it's been a while since we did that, but I'm excited about it. I'm going to show you how you can be deceived when you're marking up your charts. I'm going to use this very strategically. So go ahead and continue to watch. So if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe and like the video, and you are in for a treat. Let's go ahead and get right into it.
Yeah, I know I got problems, and I don't know where to go. I don't want to put the blame on you.
All right, guys. So very simple here. Before we look at the chart, I want to draw a simple trend here. I'm telling you, stick with me. This is going to be very, very significant. In an uptrend, you typically want to trade with the trend. You want to buy. The reason why is because you have stronger pushes to the upside than you have pullbacks to the downside. Stronger pushes to the upside than you have pullbacks. So ideally, we want to buy here off of the support, shoot up, and then we want to buy here. And we also want to buy here. It just makes common sense. In an uptrend, you have more pushes up. Just makes sense, right? Same in reverse for a downtrend. For a downtrend, you want to sell here at your lower highs because you have more pushes to the downside. It's more forceful push, as I should say. So we want to sell here. We want to sell here. Makes absolute sense, right? Half of you guys know that already, and I'm absolutely sure you do. So let me show you why this is important, how we can apply it to the analysis of Bitcoin. Let's go ahead and look at this here. And I want you guys just to simply look at this chart here. Based on what I just said about trading with the trend, what would you do? Most of you guys would draw your trend line, something like this here. You're saying, I'm in a downtrend. So it's only logical to go ahead and trade the trend, and I want to sell at the lower highs around this area right here. So you want price to shoot up and you want to sell right here. And you would not be wrong at all, right? We have a forceful push to the downside, a small pull up. Forceful push to the downside, a small pull up, right? So as you're selling, you have a higher profit rating than you would if you were trading against the trend. Higher profit than if you were trading against the trend. Makes absolute sense. Now I want to switch to the daily time frame, and I want you to tell me, what do you think here? Based off of everything we just said, I'm just going to fix my chart up a bit. Now, which way would you trade? Some of you will say, it's in an uptrend. I'm going to get my trend line, do something like this. And so I want now to buy. I would like to buy right here because it makes sense that I'm in an uptrend on the higher time frame. There's a small pullback, and now I want to continue to buy. And you will be absolutely correct as well. So which one would you do? Would you sell, like it said, on the hour time frame, or would you buy, like it says, on the daily or even the weekly time frame? I'm going to give you the answers right here. So based on everything we just said here, the higher time frame always rules. I want you to always remember that. Draw your trend line here. The higher time frame always rules. But before you just go ahead and buy off of a support, you want to look left for clues to see if there's enough price action on the left to see if price can move higher. And what I see is all of this price action right here. So that tells me that price can definitely move higher. Now, before we just go ahead and buy, we want to drill down to a lower time frame because we want to see exactly what's been happening, if it's going to continue to sell a bit before it dips higher. All right, so let's go ahead and delete this trend line really quickly here. And let's see what is possible. So now I'm going to go back to that 1 hour time frame, adjust my chart a bit, and see exactly what's happening. So price is currently here. One or two things that I see. All right, I see this level right here. I'm going to go ahead and draw it. I see this level right here, and that's sort of where price is at right now. Okay, price is currently at this level. So one or two things I think is going to happen. I do see price. It broke previous structure right here. Here was our resistance zone here. It broke previous structure, and it looks like it may come back to retest. But one thing I also want you to notice as well is that price is starting to make lower lows here, right? So here is an area of interest right here. I'm going to mark this zone, and this zone is around 26,114. And then also I see this this bottom here in which price can come back and retest. So this here is also a zone as well. So although we're in an uptrend on the higher time frame, we're on a downtrend on the lower time frame, we must understand what's going on, okay? What's at stake here? So another thing that we also want to determine here is that if price were to come down, how far would it shoot down? Here's one level here, and then also here's another level. right here. And if we go ahead and scroll out, we can see that price can definitely come back down here. Now, oftentimes people are saying, well, I think Bitcoin is dumping because look at this major downtrend. It may come back and retest this area right here, which is absolutely correct. But overall, I believe that price is going to continue to rise, especially if you're a swing trader or a position trader, simply meaning that if you like to hold on to trades for a few days to a few weeks, maybe even a couple of months or so, because we want to trade with the overall trend. Now, we're definitely in a downtrend here, right, in the hour, but then we want to make sure that we go to the higher time frame to make that clear determination as to where we are going. And we're definitely in an uptrend, and we have seen a very major low, right? Price has dropped for Bitcoin a whole bunch since November 2022. And if I go ahead and scroll out to the weekly time frame, we can see how low this price had dropped right here. Comparing to the past, this is very significant. So the rule of supply and demand is that you want to buy as low as possible. You want to buy at demand. When you buy at demand, you are getting it at a discounted price, and you can continue to hold it to the upside, right? There's no much further that price can go except to zero. And that's a pretty significant way. But when you compare from when price was as high as 70,000 pretty much, that is very significant, right? So compared to where price is at 26,000 to zero, it's not as significant as it is from where it is now at 26,000 to 70,000, right? This gap is a lot higher. So in my professional opinion, I believe price is going to continue higher. However, it may dip a bit before it continues that push to the upside, right? Very simple. So guys, a lesson learned that we want to make sure that we go to the higher time frame to determine the overall trend and not just the local trend. Okay, I'm on the weekly time frame. Now I can go ahead and drop down to the daily time frame and see how high price continues to push up. So if I see how low price was, this was around 15,800 all the way up to 30,000, right? Since December of 2022 all the way to April of 2023, price went from 16,000 all the way to 30,000, very significant. And now we have a pullback to about 26,000. So I believe that price is going to continue to push to the upside overall, and we can see growth within the next year or two. If you are an investor, if you are someone who like to trade safely, you want to try to get in at the best possible level. So now that we can see the daily time frame a little bit closer, this is what we want to do. Here's my level right here. I see this sticks out. And I believe price can come down to this area or this zone right here. So I'm going to give you these numbers here. This zone here is around 25,102, give or take. This is just an area that I believe price will come down to and retest. Okay. This is as far as I believe price will come down and retest. Now, if for some reason price goes any further, which I doubt, but things could happen, then we may be looking at a possible trend reversal in which we would utilize our channel strategy, right? So price can definitely come back down here, and we can see as price come down here, it is approaching our support channel line, also our resistance horizontal line, in which price will be more likely forced to continue to the upside, right? And then we'll just adjust our uptrend like that. So that's what I believe is going to happen overall. Let me know what do you think in the comments. Like this if you haven't already, subscribe if you haven't already, and go ahead and make sure you hit that notification bell. I love to read your comments. I love to respond to you and answer to you. Let me know if Bitcoin is on your radar, if you traded or interested in trading that, and that way we can go ahead and put more trade ideas on Bitcoin. Until then, guys, if you need your handheld, look in the description below. You can join our academy where you can message us individually and you'll be in a group with like-minded traders. Until then, we'll see you in the next video. Take care, guys.